What's going on YouTube? Sharpie here, and I am bringing you my first Let's Play of my new launch, my channel, and the first game I'm bringing is This is the Police, as you can see by the background. This is the Police is, I believe, a micromanagement game where you play a chief of police on the brink of retirement, and you kind of manage whether you're going to be corrupt, good, you know, so on and so forth, and you got to make a set amount for retirement. So it kind of reminds me of, oh, was it Around the World in 30 days or 60 days? You know, it was an Android game. They brought it out on Steam recently. You have a set amount of days to get in the world. You have to make money and so on and so forth. So it kind of reminds me of that. And I've watched one or two videos, but I've not actually played it yet. So I want to keep it fresh for you guys, so you can pretty much see from the start. And as a new player myself, see what it's like for me as well. See how easy it is to get into and so on and so forth. So let's get this on the road. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Just by reading what the game is, I'm assuming we are Jack Boyd, as I know the chief of police is resigning and that's who you are effectively playing out in this. Mark Wall 2 to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Jesus Christ, doing a new car, buddy. Turned over a few times. Ooh, I think we're
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say.
Yeah,
they're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay.
Ooh,
Call it
muddy.
penance for the preacher.
There we go, walking to...
This is the first time I'm afraid
wherever?
of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
Ah, so we're going to our first press conference. This kind of reminds me like a
I
Gotham.
learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I kind of really Gotham with the whole corrupt cop thing. Good morning. Ah, let me click that. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Surprised? The mayor discussed it with me. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. What's the difference? So I got a feeling this is going to be like one of those Telltale kind of games where every action has an equal reaction. And the mayor's pretty powerful. Probably could remove me straight away, so I don't really want to piss him off just yet. So I'll go surprise. I thought I'd be working as a policeman for another 5 to 10 years. I just want to serve the city. I was very surprised, of course. Do you already know the name of your successor? No. Of course not. I don't think the mayor office knows it either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him the opposition, would that change his mind? Perhaps. Sounds possible if he thinks the new office would help him serve so longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Bullshit. I don't know if it helps the police. No. Well, I personally don't know yet, so I'm only just into the game, so... I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow my employees around. That's a good answer around the clock. Do you think personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely. It's gotta be. Thank you. Ah, that was nice and easy to be fair.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
So I'm assuming Mr. Kendrick isn't a nice guy? Ooh, some pain relief, I guess. Pain relief and a cigar. One word, you know. I'm hoping that's water he's drinking and not vodka or brand. Well, it looks like water. Ooh.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology.
Wow.
He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Well,
Jack!
golf's so much better.
I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people.
Sounds surprised.
Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
I didn't plan to retire though, did I?
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Well, you're kind of forcing me to retire, so I probably do have problems.
I have a new
with you.
assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
And quit smoking at the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Not if I fire them. Wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Wow. Checkpoint, day 2, July 16th. Ah, so these happen daily. Next police chief still unknown. The head of culture department owns villa in Italy. Jack Boyd. Mayor Rogers is a I didn't say that. Well, at least we know what you say for the bloody mayor owns then. Oh, off to work we go again. Alright, what happens now?
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
Kind of sounds like a high score of school.
My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Wow. Why? Surely he's going to retire soon, looking at his age as well. Would you like to receive tips about the game's works? Yes. Freeburg PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of the mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who's exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel and make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Okay. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take a day off. While others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusion based on the behaviour of your employees. Okay, so this is shift B. We got 3 good cops, 2 mediocres, and 2 pretty crappy ones. I assume these detectives. That's something, but yeah. They look like detectives. Okay, so I assume this is our starting management. So, oh, we have a SWAT team. Sweet. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth, so long as your police are tied up and... Right. That music is doing my head in, so I'm actually going to turn it down. There we go. Every day more. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending a SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least 1 officer. Okay, the number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All this can tell you how serious each case should be. A mission might look simple at first glance and turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Okay. So we got this first call, which is a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot over back over at a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that it hit a bum, he'd got back in the van and quickly drove away. That's nothing major, so... I'll send a good cop and a bad cop. Yeah, proceed. So, they actually drive. That's pretty cool. Why is that slower than that one? They're in the same vehicle, surely. No. Fight. The last picture show theatre. A theatre manager reports that during the showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. That's a cheat on The Sims. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with a theatre security guard. So that's a bit more serious, but I still want to send my best. I've got an odd number. I don't like that. Can I get one more cop, please? So I have a budget. Stage 2 is 12. Oh, and it's pouring it down. Oh, we got a report. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is, sometimes the criminal manages to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead civilians bother the mayor even more than living ones. Oh, I escaped. Well, that's gonna happen. Kind of sucks, but hey, nothing we can do about that. So they're on the way back, I assume? Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good job, guys. There you go, back then. So we've had one success. Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in the car, but the store manager wrote down their car's license plates. The owner is one Janet Brown. Who, so a chick stole a porn. Okay. It's a bit unusual. It's normally guys who still do that. Johnson, Jurgen and Cat's law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them. And our security guard is off to... Okay, well, that's nothing huge, so I'll just send one guy to that. So am I in charge of shift A and shift B, or just one shift, do you reckon? Oh, another one. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician and run away with his guitar and money. I can... I'll just send 2. That way I still have... When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up. Don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Scare them. Oh, nice. Another victory. 110 and... Did she get promoted or was she already a... Is that corporal, senior deputy, something like that? I don't know, I'm not too sure what the ranks are in US Cop Force, to be honest. Fight. Ah, escaped. Well, you can't always guarantee a capture. I don't know why they do so much XP over escaped ones. You can't guarantee they're going to catch anyone. And these ones are responding to the musician. Offenders caught, officers unharmed, mission accomplished. Well done, guys. You're nearly up to the 250 mark. So it's not actually been a bad day. We've won some, we've lost... Oh, that's the end of the day. So 9 till 8, I think the shift is. Let's make sure they get back safe and let's end the day there. That was actually pretty successful. If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. So who have I got on shift day? They don't... Why did they lose stamina, fatigue, or get tired, you know? They didn't do any... they didn't do anything, but hey... We'll live with 2 detectives, I guess.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength.
He's older than me.
Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick
kinda
isn't
like Colonel
just
Sanders.
crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all.
So is he actually corrupt, you
Internal
reckon?
Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Did he do it or not? That's the
Called
question.
all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
So apparently, the
And what
guy
kind
you
of
play,
business
so
are we
Jack,
talking here?
It's
His-
nothing too serious, just like
bear
you
with me.
asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing
the
with.
guy who voices Jack
How much
voiced
do you
Duke
look
Nukem, I
for?
think.
$500,000.
Ooh, 500.
Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
Why not
$500,000
1.5?
in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher.
What's this list?
Sand.
Ooh, that's dark music.
Christopher G. Sand.
Wow.
Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful
Oh,
gang
wow.
in the city.
There we go.
Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes
It's the
mistake his
Godfather.
quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
They get hung.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
I'm guessing the mayor's one of those people.
Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
So he probably was
Please,
corrupt.
Frank. That's not the kind of
Wow.
business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Well, that answers that. I wasn't too sure if he was corrupt or not, so that answers that one. Anyway, we are on day 3. I'm actually going to end this here. I will be bringing you another one in the next day or two, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button just so you're notified when it is. Leave a comment down below on how you think I'm doing so far. I appreciate any criticism on how I can improve. Just give me some opinions, give me some pointers, help me improve, and I will catch you all next time. Can't even talk today. Sharpie out.